Welcome back to the cryptowrld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now the price of Ethereum is still holding above this support box right here, while the Ethereum estimated leverage ratio is still sitting in record highs. And later in this video, I'll be talking about a massive new Ethereum fractal that is forming right now. So definitely make sure you're sticking around to the end of the video so that you don't miss out on any of this important information. And just before we jump into it, feel free to leave a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, you might as well subscribe with notifications turned on for more updates just like this every single day. And of course, it is completely for free to click those buttons down below. But with all of that out of the way, let's get straight into what this video is about. So right here, we're on the Ethereum to US dollar chart on the daily time frame. And these are the same support boxes that I've been talking about over the past couple days. First of all, we had this initial support box coming in between 2.9k and 2,650. And then I said, if we break below that support box, which is basically the September low, once we get lower than that, then it's very likely that the price will drop down to this range right here, where we will find our next support for Ethereum. And of course, that has been playing out over the past couple days. This short-term area of support for Ethereum is coming in between 2.3k and 2.4k. So obviously, it's important for Ethereum to hold those levels, because if we start seeing a confirmed break below 2.3k, then in that case, we don't have much support left for Ethereum until the June and July lows, coming in at around 1,700 to 1,800 US dollars per Ethereum. So those are really the main areas of support that I'm paying attention to for Ethereum moving forward. And for any new viewers out there, these support boxes are basically derived from the Fibonacci levels, as you can see. And not only that, they also use previous support and resistance on the charts to add to the importance of these price ranges. And while we're here on the daily charts for Ethereum, right now the daily RSI is sitting well into oversold territories. In fact, what we saw yesterday in the daily RSI for Ethereum, which has now been confirmed, was a drop in the RSI below the March 2020 crash, which means just yesterday, the Ethereum daily RSI got as low as this area on the chart all the way back at the end of 2019. Now, it's important to mention that that does not mean that we are immune to bearish price action, but what it does mean is right now we are technically in a rare opportunity, because we have not seen this in over 2 years. And speaking about the Ethereum RSI, checking out the RSI on the 3-day time frame, we are also sitting in oversold on this chart as well. And once again, the last time we saw this happen was back at the end of 2019. But before we can expect any sort of recovery for Ethereum, we need to break above this descending line of resistance in the 3-day RSI, which is right now coming in at around 36 approximately. So as of right now, clearly we have not seen a break above that point of resistance, meaning that we are still clearly in a strong downtrend, but it is only a matter of time before we eventually break above that point of resistance. And as I just said, when we eventually see that happen, that will increase our chances of having a recovery or even just a bounce back to the upside. And just before we talk about this important Ethereum fractal forming on the chart right now, first I'll just quickly mention that the Ethereum estimated leverage ratio is still sitting at around the same sort of levels that it's been at over the past 2 days, which means the amount of Ethereum open interest active on exchanges is still at record highs relative to the amount of Ethereum on exchanges. So believe it or not, we still haven't seen the squeeze just yet, and eventually we will have to squeeze out all of this leverage. And technically speaking, if there's a lot of leverage in the market, there's always a possibility of either a long squeeze or a short squeeze. But what I've been saying in my Bitcoin update videos is it's very likely that after we see some sort of leverage squeeze, at that point there would be a good chance that the price would turn around. But as of right now, once again, we have not seen the squeeze just yet. And now taking a quick look at the Ethereum funding rate across all of these exchanges, and right now the majority of Ethereum funding rates are sitting in negative territory, which basically means it's becoming more expensive to short Ethereum, because when the funding rates are negative, the short positions have to pay that as an extra fee to the long positions. And so because of that, these negative funding rates only really happen after we see a lot of bearish price action and when a lot of people in the market are wanting to enter a short position. So this is definitely something to keep in mind moving forward. And now checking out the Ethereum to US dollar chart on the 3-day time frame, and this is zoomed all the way out to see what happened in the last bull market back in 2017. And I'm sure you can already see some similarities between the current price action and what we saw back there. First of all, leading into both of these price areas, we had a massive move to the upside in the price of Ethereum, and then we reached a local all-time high, and then we saw a major correction, and then we came back up close to the previous all-time high, but didn't quite break it. And then we saw another correction, and then one last push into a new all-time high, which is where the 2017 bull market topped out at. And so obviously we haven't seen the exact same thing happen, but it has been very similar to what's happened back here. So if this massive fractal were to continue to play out, we could be due for a major bounce like what we saw back here, before eventually coming back down and breaking that support level. And right now, this ascending line of support is coming into play at around 2.3k, which is also coming into to confluence with that support box that we talked about in the beginning of this video. So as I just said, if we see a major bounce from 2.3k, then technically speaking, we could still be playing out this pattern right here, but obviously nothing is guaranteed in these markets, and I'm certainly not saying that we are definitely going to play out this pattern, because a lot of you that have been around for even just the last few weeks would know that a lot of fractals recently haven't really been playing out. But with that being said, I thought this is just something to share on the chart, just something to keep an eye on, because no matter if there's a bullish pattern or a bearish pattern, if the pattern seems important or if it's very similar to previous price action, I make sure to share it here in these videos. And just giving you a quick update on the Bitcoin dominance chart here on the daily time frame. Since yesterday, the Bitcoin dominance hasn't done all that much. So for anyone that missed yesterday's Ethereum update video, all you really need to know is that the Bitcoin dominance saw a successful bounce from that level. In fact, we saw a double bottom there forming a W pattern, and that broke the Bitcoin dominance above this level right here, coming in at around 40 to 41%. And so because of that, technically speaking, the altcoins are looking a little bit more bearish than Bitcoin just on average, because as the Bitcoin dominance is moving to the upside, that basically means the Bitcoin is stealing market share away from the altcoins. If you want to stay up to date in the crypto markets at all times, make sure you follow me over on my Twitter, and the link to my Twitter is in the description down below and also in the pinned comment. But anyway, if you made it this far in the video, make sure to leave a like down below, and if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe with notifications turned on so that you're not missing out on any of these updates that I post every single day. And before you click off, you might as well check out one of these uploads if you haven't already. And as always, I appreciate all of your support on the channel at the moment. I can't thank you enough. But anyway, that is everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.